as map number 2 is underway. And will SV take this 2-0? Or will Pacific Macta be able to equalize and take it to a map number 3?
We do see the double sniper set up as well to start things off. ZYK and Revenge both going to be sniping here to start things off on the global risk half. An interesting decision. Meanwhile, on the other side, no snipers, 5 AKs in the hands of SV. Looks like they may go for the aggressive jump across mid. It's not going to happen, though. Revenge spots it early. It's not going to matter. Emzen finds one. Make it a double kill in the lower B tunnels. A great way to open this one up. ZDD tries to hold it off, but it's not going to matter. Emzen finds a third. WCG gets the trade onto ZYK, and it's already down to a 1v4. Make it a 4v none. It's already over. Very clean opening round, and this is the aggression that I was talking about. You've got to be scared when SV is feeling that momentum.
Yeah, as you know with Port, it's a lot more of a simplified map compared to most, but it shows the aggression is so key on this, but didn't expect it from them, but what a clean round and what a start they can basically ask for. And we'll have to see how Pacific Macta can counter this, but seems to have been a little bit more patient now with SV. They realised that that first round was a good one, but it's not going to work again, which is completely understandable. And they're trying to find out if any members of Pacific Macta do have any early pitches, as Revenge is on their bridge now to see if it can catch one off guard, which won't be the case, as we're going to have a nice little slow round here.
Pacific definitely turtling up a bit after that opening round went against them, but rightfully so. Not a single kill went their way. Emzen just steamrolled his way through mid. That's what you have to be careful of this time. Revenge, though, he's ready for it. Takes down WCG, looking for the follow-up kill as well. He might be able to find one. A little bit of damage there through the boxes. Not enough to make any impact just yet, though. Emzen trying to sneak his way into the lower B tunnels again, but this time he may just gamble and push out into mid. Aldrin going to be holding the back of the global risk spawn. Might have a chance to catch him off guard here. SV, they need to be careful. They have the numbers advantage against them already. They don't want to give up yet another pick to Pacific Macta here. Aldrin, though, playing such a good off angle here to potentially catch them off guard.
And he actually does. You're absolutely right there. He does get taken down. Aldrin with another frag on the board here, but we'll have to see what he can do as there's 2 more members coming onto the site now. He's trying to find out. Macta catch one as he's trying to jump across the bridge. That's WCG down. Sorry, N9. And finally, that's the second one on the board. So we'll to see what they can do here. But SV's only got 2 members left. All 5 are still standing for Pacific Macta, and they haven't really got much time left. As they push into the B site, but another one gets taken down. Revenge was waiting for it. A nice little double with the AWM by Revenge. And what a great way to start things off for their first round win.
Definitely a clean way to answer back. Revenge finding 3 kills in the round. Aldrin with 2 of his own as well. Things looking much more positive for Pacific after that round here. And now we're going to see if they can hold on to it, potentially build a lead. Nice 1-for-1 trade, though, over towards A-Long. ZYK and N9 going down to start off the round. Definitely a strong pick to get in the hands of ZYK before going out. Be a forced execution coming out over towards the A-bomb site, but Mad Zera just going to be playing this one patient, waiting to see with SV here. They'll actually go in for the full execution or potentially a fake and fall off play here. Only a few nades to work with on the side of Pacific, though. A lot of flashbangs still, but no smokes to try and stall off the push.
This is the problem with sitting on that top A site. For the side of SV, the players there can easily just Ferrari peek to find out exactly what's going on A-Long, and Matt Z was given no room for error, as they'll have to really be on the ball of things if they want to try and take him down. But they realise that Matt Z was just playing really well defensively, not letting anything go. With his discipline, just trying to find out any little information. But Revenge managed to take one down already on WCG. That's already a nice little advantage for them, as SV are a man down compared to Pacific Macta.
Matt Zera now in the key position as well. Has to try and stall this A execution from Emzen and Anka. They're both trying to put lots of pressure onto the A-top hold, but it's going to be Matt Zera playing this one safe and patient here, waiting for his team on the potential rotation, but 18 going for the lurk here in the lower B tunnels, trying to catch these rotators off guard here. See if he can find the impact to potentially take this round back for SV, and it's going to happen. Gets the backstab onto Revenge, but ZDD and Aldrin answer back nicely, finding 1 each. It's now down to a 1v2 for Emzen here, trying to hold on. Misses the shot, though, but Aldrin can't find it himself. Tries to rush in, but ZDD thankfully there to trade that one out and save the day for Pacific.
Oh, well, that was definitely a close one. After 18 went round and got that flank, I was a little tad worried for the side of Pacific Macta, but they managed to actually take him down, no problem. But now we're good to see what they can do here. Emzen's just trying to find any information he can on bridge, but Revenge managed to take down 18 straight away. That's already a man down for SV.
Things looking better and better for Pacific so far on their global risk half. We'll see if they can continue forward strong here in this 5-on-4 situation they've created. Emzin going down as well. Revenge continuing to be a huge threat here on that in mid. We'll see if he can keep it up. WCG almost catches him off guard here. Revenge looking for the counter pick. Won't find it though, and WCG takes him down. He's still going to be hunting for more. Aldrin though, playing close by in the lower B tunnels. Matt Zera backside of mid, and it looks like they're going to try and group up here in mid and potentially peek on the WCG as a team. Pacific not wanting to give up this numbers advantage. There they have it, picking up the double kill in mid. It's going to be ZDD. Falls off safely as well, and it's going to be N9 all alone now in a 1v4.
What a reply from ZDD, but N9 managed to take another one down. He's looking for more. But the only problem is he's in a 1v3 scenario. We can see what he can do here. He's looking to push A long again. But there isn't actually anyone on the site so far, so it's looking quite clean. He's got plenty of time, though, to make sure, but now's his opportunity to try and push around onto that site. But he decides not to. Realises that Matt Zera was sitting there before, but it looks like he could be making the wrong rotation here. Maybe thinking that B is the right play. He's just worried that Matt Zera is still sitting on top A, which is he's actually not at all. But as he pushes through connector, he's going to may push through house as well to see if he can find any more and try and push onto the site. But instead, he will go down connector. But we'll see what he can do here.
N9 trying to find that pick through the windows. It's not going to happen, though. Two players close by, but a nice headshot keeps things going his way here. Now down to a 1v2. N9 looking to close this one out. Has the bomb in hand now, and it looks like he's going to try and late rotate here over towards the A bomb site. ZDD spots him, though, under the bridge. It's going to be a tough execution here to try and get through this mid positioning. He's actually going to fall back, go through the B tunnels, but with only 20 seconds, he has to play flawlessly at this point to win this clutch for the side of SV. Now it's going to be ZDD holding it off, though, nicely. Gets the headshot there, and that's going to be another round on the board for Pacific. Looking pretty clean so far here on their defensive half.
Yeah, ZDD with that 3K as well. He must get 2 vital frags in mid and the final one to finish off the round. Not going to lie, I was a little bit worried at one stage because N9 was causing a lot of distraction towards the end of that round, but you saw there ZDD was playing very patiently, a lot of discipline on that B site to make sure he couldn't actually get the plants, and that was great stuff from him. But it looks like it will be another slow play again, as Uncle's just making sure no one actually pushes A long, but Aldrin is going to try and sneak round as well, as ZYK is just trying to see what he can find here. But nothing much from what we've seen so far.
SV now struggling to find these openings earlier on in the round. Revenge being such a big threat, they have to wonder where he's going to be next. He's always picking a new position as well to try and keep SV on their toes. This time it's going to be Revenge playing on the A-top position. He hasn't really done it too much just yet, so it could potentially catch them off guard here, but ZYK, also a big threat in the opening map, not doing too much just yet on this one, but they're going to rotate him into the back mid position to potentially catch an opening pick as well. Right now, though, Pacific just playing down the clock here, waiting for SV to potentially make a mistake here.
Yeah, it seems to be the case, as Revenge hasn't actually found anyone as of yet. But SV, in the past round or two, they have actually tried sneaking up A-long, but Revenge sadly isn't going to find anyone, which is typical. But as you can see now, 4 members at least from SV are now going to try and push through connector if they can, with one member trying to cause a distraction, but ZDD is waiting there for them to see if they push through, but it looks like they've slowed it down a little bit, and N9 does have that house control, but to find out what he can do from here, as there's 45 seconds left remaining, they've got to be quick.
SV still unsure of where they want to try and take this execution. It looks like they may fall off last minute, try and sneak their way into B late. N9 waiting to lead the charge here. Now 4 players grouped up, ready for the attack, but ZDD playing flashbang in hand here on Pit, waiting for the execution to try and counter flash and potentially get some picks in the hands of Aldrin here. Here comes the execution, though. The nice counter flash going to completely hit N9 right on the money here. WCG, though, ready to attack here and potentially clear out the site. 16 seconds, though. They have to get this bomb plant down very quickly here, or the round could go away from them. Aldrin, though, still holding the backside of site, trying to stall things out, but still, they do manage to get the plan off just in time. Now WCG, the rest of SV holding on to the back of the bomb site. Matt Zera, though, on the flank finds one. Not able to get the double kill, though. Still, WCG from the backside of site gets taken down by ZDD, who tries to force his way in here, but ZYK comes in for the support as well. Both players extremely lit. Anka trying to fight his way out of it. Gets it down to the 1v1. Can he find his way into this round? ZYK completely devastated there, and that's going to be a huge round for SV to find their way back into this one and bring it to a 2-3 scoreline.
They definitely gave that round away. I don't know how Uncle was able to stay alive throughout that entire time. But what a great play from him. That's going to build a momentum massively for SV. As really, this should have been 4-1 in favour of Pacific Macta, but SV managed to clutch that last round. But saying that, no, Revenge has sadly been taken down straight away. And already it's 5v4 in favour of SV.
Emzin, though, does manage to get lagged from Revenge, so not getting out completely free out of that 1v1 exchange in mid. He's going to be down to just 20 HP to work with on this round, but SV having to feel confident after that one as Anka brought them a huge round on the board, but Matzera in such a key position here finds potentially the opening, but he actually whiffs the spray down. What a mistake there. Now N9 finds the opening. ZYK trying to hold on to this one, but it's not going to happen. N9 finds yet another entry frag, and it's already down to a 4v2. Aldrin and ZDD on the flank find one, but it's 3 players on the top of A to potentially hold them off and stall out the round here. The flashbangs come out, and now it's going to be a forced rotation here for Pacific on the retake.
That was such a shame for Matt Zero. He's in such a good spot and caught him off guard, but didn't get any trades there. But ZYK just couldn't stay alive as he managed to take one down. But we'll have to see what Aldrin and ZDD can do if they can try and get this back. But there's only 20 seconds left, and a couple of members are on the side of the site with N9 on the top here. Nice and easy, WQ, and managed to take that down in the end. Nice and easy, but that one play from Matt Zero sadly managed to give him access to the site quite easily, and now things are tied up 3-2.
And this is where Pacific really needs to anchor down and get a couple more rounds on the board in this half, but SV, you can feel the momentum not only behind them, but the crowd cheering them on as well, giving them that extra boost of energy to try and pull this one off in the 2-0 sweep. But Pacific, they're not done just yet. Revenge trying to find the opening pick here. ZYK as well, holding the lower mid position, but Emzin is going to be getting a little bit more aggressive this time around, looking for a pick in the B tunnels. Can't seem to find anyone just yet, but SV, they've been on point with their shots in these last 2 rounds, so Pacific, they have to be careful here.
They do indeed, as they are going to play it slow again to see what they can find, but no one's checking A long at the moment. There was one double doors, but he's going to sit back anyway to see if he can get an off angle. He's going to try and push through. Managed to get one, managed to get almost 2, but ZDD managed to finish him up anyway and clear house. So it's already 5v3, so we have to see what SV can do here. Only Unka, WQ and N9 left standing. So they've got to try and make a decision where if they want to continue pushing B, but right now Pacific Macta have got a great crossfire going. So if anyone goes onto that site, it's not going to be a good one.
It's going to be a tough round ahead for SV, but the 3 players alive for SV do seem to be some of their stronger ones, so it's still a really potentially winnable round for them at this point. They're going to try and sneak their way potentially over towards this B bomb site, but the bomb actually falls off. They're going to try and send it out mid. WQ already going for A connector control as well. They're trying to creep their way up here and catch the mid player off guard, which they will. ZYK goes down to Anka. It's starting to look a little bit scary here for Pacific on the defensive hold right now, though. Anka does lose a lot of HP on that engage. Pacific still with a 1-man advantage here as well.
And you've got a little bit of time left so far, only 35 seconds, so they may need to speed things up a little bit until they try and get on the site. But as you can see, they are looking towards that A, but look at that, Matt Zero's already walked past him. Not too sure if Unka actually knows, but if he doesn't know, Matt Zero's very lucky to get away with that. But N9's going to find one, but it isn't going to happen as he does get taken down. But WQ managed to get ZDD as well. And they're now going to push that A site. It's only 13 seconds left, so SV have to push. They need to get inside now and try and get that bomb planted if they can. And Anka is going to try, and as you can see now, Matt Zero is the last man left standing, and he's going to push A long as well. So we'll have to see what they can do here. But Anka knows he's there, he's giving out the information. And WQ is just trying to rotate round to come back to see if they can. But Matt Zero, can he actually bring this back? 24 seconds left. It's not the case as WQ comes back, managed to take that round, and now it's 3 rounds on the bounce.
Yeah, just another unfortunate situation there. Matt Zero making the mistake of pushing out A long and giving a chance for SV to take that site into their hands. And unfortunately, once they had it, there was just no taking it back there. Now 4-3 SV find themselves in the lead here once again. Aldrin, it's a little aggressive here over towards B long, but ZDD gets the pick here to save him. He did have a nade out in that situation, so he could have potentially got caught off guard there, but still, it's looking good here for Pacific to start off the round.
Not too bad there, as you can see. 18 taken out is going to cause problems, but ZYK managed to take M's in, so that's another big kill for them. And already decisions are being made. We have to see what they can do here. As again, Aldrin managed to get a double. Unka managed to get the trade, but the trade's just a little bit too late. As Unka's the last man left standing, as EDD pushes straight through mid and managed to clean up.
And now we're back to an all but familiar story here. 4-4 to close out the first half. Last round here, anyone's for the taking. Black Widow, we saw a 5-4 half in favor of Pacific in the first half on their defense. We'll see if they can do it once again here on Port. They surely need it, though, to try and take this series back into their hands. Right now, though, 18 for the opening pick here over towards B-Long. Not able to find anyone just yet. Aldrin, though, sneaks across. He's able to rotate over onto the B-bomb site. Right now, though, Revenge trying to find the opening in mid. No luck just yet. He's going to be completely smoked off here. And SV doing a great job of using their early utility, trying to find an opening to push towards the B tunnels.
Yeah, ZDD 11-4 has had such a strong showing in this half, but as you can see now, SV are going to try and push through. Very quick push as well, with 4 members trying to get that house control, which they've succeeded. But what can Pacific Macta do here as Revenge managed to take out WQ? A huge kill for him. But so far, there's no stopping this SV squad. They're trying to push through. Managed to take Revenge off guard there as you're trying to pull back just a little bit too late. But now it's back to try and get back through Connector as well. They are just trying to pull back. They may even rotate here depending on the circumstances. But we'll see what happens as Enzin is still holding that A-long sight from double doors.
18, though, still going to lurk in this lower B tunnels position, potentially try and peek out position, but Matt Zera going to be teaming up here on the backside of it with Aldrin close by for the support as well. SV, though, looking for that execution. 1 minute left on the clock to make it happen. 18 trying to sneak with N9 now out into mid. Matt Zera, though, if he just goes for the peek, he might actually be able to catch them off guard here. He's going to spot the shoulder of 18 there. He has to know that they're coming through. Will he know that 3 players are going to be already pushing up into the global risk spawn? Aldrin has to be the key player here to try and hold this one off. N9 doesn't check the angle, though. Aldrin finds one, but that's going to be it. It's traded out immediately. Anka trying to find the pick there, and it's going to be Matt Zera not ready to trade as well, and somehow they sneak their way into the A-bomb site once again. Now down to a 1-on-3. ZDD all alone in this one.
Yeah, 1v3. Done a good job so far in this half, but this may be a little bit too much. But we'll see what we can do here as he is kind of trying to push around the back of him. 18 knows exactly where he is, reading that information. So, and in the end, MZ managed to take him down anyway. ZDD, like I said before, he's been doing really well this map, but not enough to do that 1v3. And it was quite weird as well because some of them were actually caught off guard with some of those flanks. And even then, with Aldrin managed to take someone off guard during that end of the first half. I felt like both teams, even Matt Zera, I think he got caught a little bit off guard as well in the end.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it comes down to that one crucial round when Pacific was up 3-1 and just let that 2v4 slip. And then somehow that gave SV the momentum to bring this one back to a 5-4 half, and things are looking pretty solid for them to potentially take this one in a 2-0 sweep. Now they win the unfavorable side in this matchup here, and now they go into the comfortable defenses, looking primed to potentially take this match, but SV, they can't afford to be a little bit too overzealous and potentially think they can close this one out before it's all said and done here. We've seen what happens when teams get a little too over-aggressive in these matchups. Right now, Pacific, this is their chance to anchor it down and bring this one back.
That's exactly right, and we'll see what Pacific Macta can do here. We know there's a little bit of inconsistency towards the second half of these games, but we'll try and find out what they can do here, as it is going to be a slow start for both teams. Revenge just trying to see what he can find from under bridge. Anka is way far back out of range for him, so he's going to try and sit away for now, but nothing too much to say about it so far.
It's going to be all 5 players of Pacific, though, creeping up towards the B tunnels, trying to spot this player out. WQ, though, he's ready for it. Eats the flash, though. Still manages to get the headshot on the edge of that flash. Aldrin finds one, but it may not be enough here. 18 finds 2. It's going to be WQ struggling to connect the spray. It's going to be ZYK answering back, brings the 2v4 already down to a 2-on-2. ZYK and Revenge now looking to try and close this one out, but Emzen, he's already snuck onto the back of the B bomb site, so they need to be cautious here. Emzen, though, makes the noise on the gun switch. They're going to know he's there. ZYK finds his 3rd on the round. Revenge now just has to hold off the plant here. It's not going to happen, though. Emzen, beautiful shot. Gets the double kill. What was that? 1v2 quickly done. Emzen somehow takes this one back into SV's hands, and what a round to let slip. It looked like everything was in store there for Pacific, but Emzen just shows us that he is indeed a top-tier sniper in that situation.
My mind is absolutely blown after that double. I just made the assumption there that that was it. He was going to get caught off guard, but after that first kill, he was feeling it. And in the end, Emzen, what a great double from him, and what a momentum shift from him. But already, Aldrin trying to answer back, doing a very fast speed push here, but they're trying to get back as much as they can. A little bit confused there, but 18 managed to get some damage done. Will he manage to take out one? No, he doesn't, but N9 managed to get some of the trades for him anyway. As 18 now, he still knows there's one more left on that B connector, but it looks like he is going to wait patiently to see if he pushes through.
N9 almost sprays down Matzera there through the fence line. Very clean shots coming out from him. He's actually going to try and force the issue here, but Revenge catches two players off guard in the lower B tunnels. It's N9 and 18 both going down. The Deagle spray there, and it's going to be a 2-on-3 now, but all remaining Pacific players very low. They have to be careful here. Emzen still hunting for blood here over towards the B-bomb site. Finds the first onto Revenge with ZYK and Matzera. Under 20 HP here. Emzen going for the spray through the windows, but he just runs in with the pistol, but it's actually Matzera there to find both remaining kills, and somehow Pacific walk away with the round.
We'll talk about morale with SV after that last round, but Pacific Macta there, massive momentum shift. Basically exactly the same as what happened in the first half in terms of that momentum shift. We'll have to see what we can do here. Pacific Macta definitely have the potential to take this map, but I mentioned it before, but I'm going to say it again, their consistency is a little bit rough towards the end, and they really need to change things on that. But Port could be the map where things will change for them, as both teams are playing a little bit patiently here to try to see if they can scatter out any information from either of their opponents, but nothing so far.
SV definitely taking this one a little bit slower. They know they still have the round advantage overall. They want to hold on to that lead and really put the pressure on Pacific to potentially make some mistakes here and find themselves a free opening on this one. Emzen sniping on the top of A, waiting for the A-long cross here. Pacific, they don't seem too sure of where they want to take this one just yet. Now slowly creeping over towards the B tunnels for a late B execution.
Again, it's another slow push. It's so hard through B connector. You never know if someone's actually going to be there on house just waiting for you, but it looks like it's pretty much been given to them here, considering the circumstances of the previous rounds. But now they're inside house. It's just a matter of how they're going to try and execute this site. It looks like there's only one member just looking around to see if anyone picks out at that window. But he's going to see now as N9 is the one going to try and find him out. But it's been flashed off, but Aldrin's going to try and push in anyway to see if he can find one. But WCG's there as well. He's gone quick with the rotation. And it looks like 4 members now are trying to push round to see if he can take any of his members down. But Aldrin trying to nade him off, just trying to see what he can. But it's looking good so far for Pacific Macta.
Ultra with a nice pop flash there to get control of Pit as well, but still, the frags are going the way of SV. 18 and N9 cleaning things up nicely, and it's Revenge now all alone in the top of B, and it's not going to happen. He's taken down a clean retake. No players going down for SV there as well, and it's going to be 7-5.
Looks like I jinked Pacific Macta at that stage, which was a little bit of a shame, but SV, great retake from then as it managed to get around so quick. It managed to rotate so cleanly as well, with the amount of information given to them. So we're just going to see now. Revenge is waiting to see if he can find anyone on that B side, which he doesn't. And try and find if anyone from SV have actually pushed through. But so far, a couple of nades are going to come through mid. They're going to try and push through slowly but surely, but 18 is there waiting for him.
A nice stack of nades meant to try and draw any players playing on the back of the global risk spawn, but unfortunately for Pacific, nobody going to be holding that position, so the nades all going to be wasted on that back wall nade. Now it's going to be a shift walk play all the way up towards B once again. We'll see if this time they can maybe hold on to the site once they have control of it, but with N9 and WCG both ready and waiting, it's going to be a tough one. N9 also in the boost angle on the other side of Barn as well. This is going to be a tough one here. They have to check above them as they run out here. Otherwise, this could be a devastating round against them.
N9 could, what can I say, can get quite a few frags here, or he could get taken down, but he's in a very good spot here, like you mentioned before. But as they push in, they just realised that N9 had to take out one. 110-2, got a 3K in the end. Trying to look for the fourth, but Revenge got a fantastic snipe there to trade off. That was very close, but 18 is trying to get a couple of his own to try and stop him from planting, but it's only 3v2. Macta is the last one, and they managed to get taken down. And N9, that 3K was so important and helped him out so much, but the great thing was M9 waited for at least 3 members to push through to not give out any information that he was there, because of course, if he did kill the first person coming in, they would have just looked up straight away. So that's great stuff, great patience from N9.
The big round as well. Now 2 rounds away from SV finding themselves a position in the grand finals here. We'll see if they can close it out. Pacific, though, still with an opportunity to take this one and potentially put this on a map 3 situation. A lot of work left to be done in order to make that happen, though. Pacific try and start this one off slowly once again. Looking for the A execution, though, this time around. They haven't really gone A too many times here, so they may be able to catch the SV defenses off guard. Emzen definitely caught off guard by those nades up top. It's going to be Emzen just trying to fall off here with almost no HP left to work with. 3 HP as he tries to sneak out here, and he's just having nade after nade rain down from above, but still manages to get out alive.
I don't know how he did. I don't know if he knows any magic, but yeah, he managed to get out of that one slowly but surely. As Revenge now has gone back onto the bridge to see if anyone's actually rotated or if he can catch out anyone on the rotation, but doesn't seem to be the case, as the members of Pacific Macta have pulled back just a little bit, but they are hanging around to see if anything changes in terms of the circumstances.
Now it's going to be 18 playing very passive on the ladder position. Could potentially catch this push off guard. They have no idea. 18 so patiently finds one. He's actually traded out very quickly. ZBD looking for the opening. Runs out of ammo, though. What a crucial time to lose control of those bullets. Matt Zera, though, comes through and trades it out, taking down WQ. Emzen still on 3 HP, trying to find the pick here to potentially get the retake going, but N9 really get the kill on the back wall. It's not going to happen. Matt Zera finds a second, and it's Emzen alone in a clutch with just 3 HP.
Well, we had 3 HP a minute ago. Let's see what we can do with the 3 HP now. We've seen little clutch stuff, but that was just a little bit too much. Pacific Macta managed to take that run. They had the height advantage and the flank. There was nothing much he could have done. It was a miracle worker in the other round, but this time it's just a little bit too much. But we'll see what we can do here, as is 8-6 in favour of SV. And we'll see if Pacific Macta can make some kind of comeback.
Once again, we are going to see Pacific favoring that A-long control once again, sending 4 players out that way and having Revenge just hold the flank. He's actually going to group up here as well. It's going to be a 5-man execution here over towards the A-bomb site. This time, though, Emzen playing a little bit more passive to try and avoid those nades, but it's actually not going to happen. He still eats a lot of utility damage to start off the round. Emzen unable to find his way out of this one. Anka gets flashed as well, but Pacific, they're almost scared to push in, even having all of the utility control in their hands. They still back off. Emzen gets a pick on the fall-away shot, taking down ZYK and the bomb. That's a huge mistake coming out from Pacific.
Yeah, that bomb being in the middle of A-long gives SV a lot of room and such a huge advantage. Emzen just needs to be a little bit careful in terms of when they actually pick up that C4. But there was a smoke down, but they've let it go just for a little bit, just to make that assumption that they don't go for it straight away. But nevertheless, to manage to get that C4. But now Emzen did so well there. He's only took a little bit of utility damage, but you mentioned it before, they had that kind of control from A-long and the A objective, but they just didn't want to push, and it was a little bit strange. It seems like they're getting a little bit worried in terms of what they should be doing here.
Yeah, Pacific almost overthinking this one here. They had a chance to take control of site, but now SV has to be completely aware that this A attack is coming through. Emzen finds himself another one. Finally gets traded out, though, by Revenge. Anka, though, holding on to the back of site, takes down another. It's going to be Matt Zera going down. 4-on-2 situation. Make it a 4-on-1 as WQ rotates in, finding one. It's Revenge all alone, A-long in a 1v4. And they have to know he's holding this angle. Revenge, though, finds himself a second kill on the round, looking for the ace and the clutch for his team. But with only 30 seconds, he has to make something happen. But it's not going to happen there. WQ finds the kill. And just like that, it is match point on the table for SV.
That's right. SV only need one more round to make it into the finals in this best of 3. Of course, this is the second map. Only one more round is in it for Super Valiant if they manage to take this. But Pacific Macta, we've seen them do some weird things in the past to try and make a comeback here, but it seems like the same old story from the previous maps. But we'll find out what they can do here to see if I can change things, as Pacific Macta is playing it a little bit slow again. With Aldrin, seeing if he can find anyone that be connected, which he doesn't, but ZYK is going back to the double doors, and they seem a little bit tempted with that A-long push again.
They are going to group up for the A push. We'll see if they can make it happen this time around. They've had so many struggles, though, so far on their blacklist half, but they're going to go
Your movement just complements it naturally when you're trying to react to those callouts and those rotations. He was such a great player, for not just due to his sniping, but the amount of times he managed to rotate and actually do such good plays. It was crazy stuff.
Definitely crazy stuff indeed, but it's not over actually for either of these teams. There'll be a third place match later for the guys on Pacific to go up against the loser of Golden 5 and All Gamers going on later on. So still another great semifinal on the way as well to see who will meet Super Valiant Gaming in that grand final and potentially take that $80,000 first place prize home.
Yeah, you know, it's some life-changing money there for either of these teams, but that next match should be a good one in the second semi-final. Do you even have any prediction to what you think could happen?
It's definitely one that could go either way. We saw in their group stage match 10-8, but it was definitely a nail-biter between both of those two teams. It looked like Golden 5 had it, but AG, in those clutch situations, they're just such a tough team to beat, and they have the aim to win those duels. So I think it's going to be a really close match, but All Gamers is probably going to be a slight favorite, I'd say, going into that one.
I just felt like with Pacific Macta and Super Valiant, especially in both those maps, it's Pacific Macta, it's the same thing again and again. It's like, they'll get off to a good start, but on the later stages of both halves, it's not even one in particular. They just lack, I don't know if it's a lack of strategies or the fact that they run out of ideas, or it could be the fact that their opponents just download them a lot quicker.
Yeah, in a lot of situations it felt like as well, they were almost giving up too much wiggle room for SV to work with. Once SV got the momentum, it's almost like Pacific, they would turtle up and give over that map control time and time again. But we saw when Pacific was aggressive, there was incredible plays from ZYK. Aldrin was also a key entry fragger as well, but when it came down to closing out the matches, they just slowly slipped away. While SV, they had key individuals like Emzen stepping it up and closing out crucial rounds for them.
And even ZDD in the first map, he did such a good start. He was doing so well. And it's a little bit slower in that second half of Port, but, you know, the amount of times, both teams made quite a few mistakes, and there's quite a lot of openings for error, considering the circumstances. But, you know, it's just a little bit weird, because even some of the times when there was actually quite aggressive rounds, even for SV, they were caught a little bit off guard on Port and some of the aggressive rounds Pacific Mac to make. But maybe if they made a few more plays like that, they could have got away with it. But I don't think they were too sure whether they were being fooled or not.
Yeah, and just looking at some of the mistakes that they made as well, I mean, I think the key one was underestimating the mid-control coming out from SV on that map. We saw, even from the opening round, SV wasn't afraid to contest mid, and time after time, they fell to the flanks from 18, slowly waiting under those bridges and pushing out behind them. And I think ultimately it just came down to not being prepared for the counter strategies coming out from SV. And as we saw, the team who was adapting first was winning first here.
Yeah, you know, when we saw it was Port, we had a bit of a rough idea of it. We were like, okay, this could be Pacific Macta's probably best opportunity to actually try and get a map back. But after that first map, we kind of felt like it was going to be a 2-1, even maybe either way if it went to a map number 3, considering the circumstances. But for Pacific Macta, I don't think they could have asked more than that map. You know, if they weren't going to take them on Port, I don't think they would have taken them on any others.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, we saw on Port, they had the right start there. They were up 3-1, but then they just slowly let things slip. A lot of small mistakes coming through, just not trading in key situations. Meanwhile, SV, you had solo kills coming out, like 2 or 3 entries in single players, and you just opened up sites completely. And on top of that, you had players like Emzen on the global risk half pulling off big clutches, and all of that stacked on top of itself just wasn't enough to get it done here.
Yeah, that's all time for us now. That's the semi-final one done and dusted. Super Valiant managed to take that in the end 2-0, but the second semi-final will be up very shortly, so stay tuned. We'll find out in a second anyway. But, you know, with the second semi-final, we spoke about it before where, you know, with these other two teams, you know, All Gamers and Golden 5. With All Gamers, do you feel like now that they're actually in that top 4, do you feel like All Gamers can actually do okay?
Yeah, they're definitely a team that should have thrown make it happen, so it's going to be a situation where they can definitely do that.
Cool. That's all done for now. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the second time.